In this video, I'm going to break down and review Fear the Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 8, the mid-season finale, and talk about what that weird plot twist was, if you can call it that. Let's get into it. Of course, before we do, make sure you subscribe so that you are the first to see my videos, and click the little notification bell and click all so that you see my videos on your phone and shit. You get notified every time I drop a new video, so you'll never miss one. This episode starts off back when Teddy locked up Alicia in his bunker. She's trying to find a way out before Teddy's deluded people take her and try and kill her, but then realize this is Alicia, the one that Teddy spoke of, their new leader. He brainwashed them to believe that Alicia is the one to lead them, to lead this new world after the nukes went off. She runs back to the main door to try axing it when Will stops her, the Will from episode 1. I knew as soon as we saw him and he started talking about his life with Alicia in the bunker, I would have these flashback scenes explaining what happened in the bunker and what this Padre is. Will takes her down to his hideout where he's been hiding away from these people. He explains how he's actually from this bunker and from the people that own it, but Teddy's people came in and took it. Then back with Morgan in present time, Alicia's pulled out this walker that is supposedly someone that can help them. It was just really funny to see Morgan visually confused. That's what season 7 has been, just him confused.
I can't lose you, alright? I need you.
What? And she reveals that she believes this walker, having been someone that belonged to this Padre, has an echo of who they were before, to then subconsciously go to where Padre was, so they could follow it. But it was a really weird plan because the character herself has just never believed anything like that at all before, and I don't know how all of a sudden she's gonna believe something like that unless it is her condition, her having some kind of infection, which we're gonna get onto, having not eaten or slept in days. She's obviously just desperate to find it. Morgan shouts at her and basically says this is what got his son killed, because of course his wife Jenny was a walker. He didn't put her down because he thought there was something a bit left. He couldn't bring himself to do it. She came back and killed his son Dwayne.
They're not totally gone.
No, it is not. I thought that, and then my son died because of it.
And obviously it's so that someone at this Padre will recognise who this person was before, almost as a way of proof of eligibility. That's where this guy's family is. Then, after some satisfying scenes where Strand finds them and tries to capture them, he eventually does it and orders for Morgan to be bitten by that walker. Alicia puts her hand in the way and gets bitten herself, saving Morgan. And at first you think, okay, she's actually been bitten. Then we get a flashback to the scenes back at the bunker with Will in their little plan they had to go through the tunnel to escape, where she's actually bitten and she cuts her own arm off with her weapon, her iconic weapon that she had since season 4 that she got from a gun. It's basically just a gun part. I've always called it a truck exhaust as a joke because that's what it is. It looks like that. I think it's one of the worst iconic weapons, but she uses that to cut off her own arm, wakes up in a hospital bed and Will's looked after her, so she's now actually just got one arm. It's something that I've really just got bored with now. I talk more about this in my World Beyond video that I've got coming out in an hour from the time this one's uploaded, but I feel like it's almost a cheat code for character development, and Alicia didn't need that. If anything, she just needed more screen time. It's her show. She's a Fear character and Morgan's had more than her, because it feels a bit out of place, like they just didn't know what to do with her, so they've cut her arm off as something to do. When you think about why it was actually done, the rest of season 7 with her now at war with Strand, as she says, there's a weird connection we could make, or just a weird coincidence, to the final episode of World Beyond that just aired shortly after this, where character Elton loses his arm. Not just any arm, the exact same arm that Alicia lost in the same night. Elton lost his arm saving Hope. Alicia lost her arm by trying to escape the bunker, try and help her friends, and of course stop Teddy from starting the nukes. There's no big way we can connect these two incidents and say they both lost their arm for the same thing, but things do start to get a bit weird.
I didn't amputate my arm in time. The infection's still inside of me. My body's trying to fight it.
Alicia starts saying that she didn't cut the arm off in time, that the infection is inside of her and her body's trying to fight it. She's tried antibiotics, she's tried all of that, but it's not getting any better. Now, first of all, there's an endless list of what this could be because of how she cut her arm off. She put this hideous thing in her arm, worst weapon ever. It's been in countless zombies. She gutted one before going into the tunnel and cut her arm off. Now, she thinks it's the zombie virus. It's been weeks and months since she cut her arm off, and it would be the first we've seen that the virus has taken that long, but it's not unlikely. We can't say, well, that's not how the virus works, because it is. There's many different proven times it takes certain people to turn. This would be the first where it's been weeks. They've just introduced a new cohort of variant of Walker, so I strongly doubt they'd be afraid to prolong a turn time. It's what Fear would do. But Fear's also got this reputation of hyping you up for something, then having the outcome be quite simple. For example, she's revealing right now that she thinks she is going to die, but survives the whole season, kills Strand. June looks at her, and it's revealed to be some kind of septic shock. Then there's the weird coincidence that she lost her arm the same time that Elton did. Not in the timeline, but just the times the episode aired. That is really weird. Even weirder that the end credit scene for that exact episode where Elton lost his arm changed everything we know or can believe about the virus.
And it's only a matter of time before I lose.
I'll have June take a look. She'll give you some antibiotics.
No, I've tried all of that.
If she's tried all this medicine and treatment and it's not worked, that's more on the disease side, in which case she's just going to have to get actual treatment for it. Shortly after this, she then talks with Strand and sees Will. This leads to Alicia saying she's going to war with him, which I wasn't keen on. It just makes me tired thinking about that. I don't want to see any kind of war ever in The Walking Dead again. It's not going to be a war, is it? But the first part of season 7 ended with her belief that Padre was just a myth. It didn't exist. She couldn't find it. And her starting this war, saying she's going to take the tower from Strand. So, in a nutshell, what that tells me is Strand will be defeated, Alicia will take the tower and or Padre, even using Padre, and will get treatment that way from whatever illness she has. It's 50-50 purely because of that end credit scene, where we just can't believe everything we already know about the virus. We can't say that's not how it works. There's a lot of stuff that they could change, and I'd be completely welcome to it. I think everything about this Fast Walker is really cool. I think it's amazing for all of the shows, which I'll talk more on in my video for it, which I'll link you to. Overall, I did enjoy this episode. I liked it. It was nice seeing Will again. I never really like these romantic story arcs in anything I watch or play, but there are times where I do like it, and it's always when it's tragic. It was sad because Will was very innocent. It gives you this really strong distaste for Strand, but it started this war between them now, which I'm not keen on again because I just think it's predictable now. But I've enjoyed season 7 so far, excluding the horrendous episode 6. I hated everything about the episode. There was nothing new for me to talk about. If it's terrible, I'll still talk about it if there's something new or something that I can talk about that I find intriguing. But that episode did nothing but they ranked the CRM completely. I think they looked awful in it, and I don't want to get into it. It would have just been a video full of negativity, and I'm not doing it. Do you think Alicia is immune? Who do you think will win this war? Strand and his army? Or is it Alicia, Morgan, and maybe possibly this new Padre? I think it's obvious that Padre does exist. I don't care if they didn't find it or they've accepted that it's myth. I think it's real, and I think it's just going to be the key to how Alicia defeats Strand. I mean, if you ask me, I think she should have defeated him right there and then by killing him, but the rest of the season couldn't happen. Let me know what you think down below, and let me know if you enjoyed it, of course. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure you press the like button. It actually helps me out and I'll get this video seen by more people. And of course, if you did check out my other videos, check out this one where I talk about how Morgan Jones will be crossing over to The Walking Dead if these rumours are true. The filming for Fear moved to Georgia, you know, where The Walking Dead is. It could just be a filming location change and they're not actually going to be moving the characters to Georgia, just the filming, which is weird. I don't know how you could pretend to be in Texas if you're not. Apart from Canada, every time that Fear has filmed in a location, the characters and the story has always been there too. Mexico, Los Angeles. So it's likely they've moved to Georgia. After season 7, that's what's going to happen. And watch this video where I completely break down the end credit scene for the final episode of World Beyond, where it changes everything. We see a fast walker, we hear more from Dr. Jenner, and this is pretty much essentially our next teaser for the Rick Grimes movie. There's so much in that video, so make sure you go and check it out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.